Welcome to Ann David's Inspiration again, and we've been talking about consistency. And as we wind up on this topic, I'd say that we'll be looking at what happens when we are not consistent. One of the key things that happens is that we give ourselves an excuse and decide to settle for the comfort zone. And the comfort zone is when we decide to say, oh, you know what, I'm not the first one and probably I'll not be the last one, and you fit into the status quo. And so I want to probably highlight some of the excuses we give ourselves before we move to the next point, because today I will look at possibly 2 or 3 points of what happens when we are not consistent. Some of the excuses we give ourselves is, I am not ready. My question to you is there a time you'll ever be ready? Think of the times you've wanted to do something, wake up 1 hour earlier, the blanket is always calling you day in, day out. Is there a day you will ever be ready? The other excuse is, it's not the right time. Many people attest to the fact that it's never the right time. Actually, every time you decide to do something, you have to push yourself. Why? Because there are forces that are fighting against your dreams and your goals in life. The other excuse is, I'm not good enough. Let me tell you, even the best of the best, they struggled with inefficiencies. So you have to say, even if I'm not the best, I am going to begin somewhere. I'm too old or I'm too young. That's another excuse that people give themselves. I don't have enough money. Sometimes you look at the situation and you look at the success stories of people and they tell you, I began with $100, I began with 1,000 shillings, and you're looking at where they are today and you're thinking, is it really possible? So that again is another excuse that I have no money. Another excuse is, I don't have enough experience. It takes many years to gain experience. And for you to ever gain experience, you have to begin somewhere. The other thing is, most people don't succeed anyway, so neither will I. That is called, again, settling in the comfort zone. Another excuse we can talk about is, maybe I'm not meant to do this. Can you imagine how many excuses there are? Someone said that if excuses needed crutches to walk, there would never be enough space in this world to fit the crutches. And then it's too hard. Like I told you recently, when I registered for swimming lessons and I never even went for the first lessons, like I said, I'm not proud of this example, but soon I will not talk about this again. But I'm saying this to help somebody realize that it's never easy to take the plunge and say, you know what, I will start no matter what. Another excuse is, it will take too long. I remember when I started learning the piano, and the teacher that trained me in all the keys on the piano, may God rest his soul in peace. He was really a renowned pianist. And I remember the first time it was so hard, you know. And like I said, consistency is something that you must follow through. And there are dreams here and there that keep falling by the wayside if you're not careful. But within no time, I could play the keys, all the keys, the majors and the minors. But for now, let's not ask what happened in between. That is why I am passionate about this topic on consistency. And then the other thing we can say about what happens when we are not consistent is that we sort of want to do, changing is not comfortable. Like moving from zone A to zone B. It is not comfortable. And you'll be surprised, even the people that walk today, when they buy a car, sometimes actually you feel like leaving the car in the parking lot and walk, because you're so used to walking and you don't want to drive. And I know the people who drive, you can tell me I'm telling you the truth. In fact, you wake up and you're like, am I the one driving this car? Because you're feeling still uncomfortable to adjust from a walking life to a driving life. So moving from a comfort zone to another uncomfortable zone, even if that uncomfortable zone is better, it is not easy. And so the other thing I would say, that you will never get where you want to be by doing what you want to do best occasionally, but it has to be a lifestyle. Recently I started doing rope jumps, and I bought a rope. And the reason I'm very happy to share this story is because when I bought the rope, and this story, by the way, has inspired a lot of people. The first day after 5 jumps, I was breathing, I was panting, and I realized, honestly, I'm not healthy. So what did I do? I decided next day I'll do 15. Next day I'll do 10, 20. Guess what? Today, as I record this video, yesterday I did 250. rope jumps. And I'm very happy to say I am speaking about consistency, not from theory, but from something I have been doing. So as we conclude this topic on consistency, will you be consistent or will you prefer to stay in the comfort zone? I conclude by saying we are 7.6 billion people in this world. What's the likelihood that you're gonna be a big name? And what is the possibility that you will rise above the 7.6 billion? It will not happen automatically. There is something that you need to do to rise out of the status quo. Your daily activities or habits is what you practice consistently, and it matters more than what you do once in a while. And as we conclude, we are what we are repeatedly. And if you're gonna be excellent, you will not do it today and then disappear, come back after 3 weeks. It has to be consistently. Even look at the people that pray every day, people that read the word of God every day, people that raise the track every day, the marathoners, the ones that when they are given a golden medal, behind the medal, there are several millions of shillings. Let me tell you, it didn't come easy. They had to sacrifice. They paid the price. So as we wind up on this topic, please pay the price, get out of the comfort zone, and do something every day consistently. So with that, I say the Lord bless you as we move on to another topic. Please, you can subscribe to the channel. You can also press on the bell so that whenever I upload new videos, you're able to see them. Thank you so much.